In the realm of the unknown, where shadows dance to the tune of whispered secrets, have you ever pondered upon the unexplained mysteries of the world we inhabit? Welcome to a tale that may chill your bones, a tale that has intrigued, puzzled, and terrified for centuries. This is the story of the Whistling Shadows. In a quaint town, nestled between the rolling hills and the ever-murmuring sea, there exists a peculiar tradition. Every year, as the first winds of autumn brush through the town, the townsfolk lock their doors, draw their curtains, and huddle together, waiting for the whistling shadows to pass. No one knows when this tradition began, or why. It is simply a fact of life, as certain as the changing seasons, as inevitable as the setting sun. The whistling shadows, they say, are not of this world. They are echoes of a time long past, of a darkness that once held the town in its icy grip. On the eve of the first autumn wind, they return, whistling a haunting melody that fills the air with a sense of dread. It is a melody that is as beautiful as it is terrifying, a song that seeps into your soul and grips your heart with icy fingers. But what happens to those who dare to venture out on this night, to those who dare to challenge the whistling shadows? The few who have tried have vanished, swallowed by the darkness, their names forever etched in the town's history. Their stories serve as a chilling reminder of the power of the whistling shadows, of the danger that lurks beyond the safety of locked doors and drawn curtains. Yet there was one, a young man named Arthur, who dared to defy the tradition. He was a newcomer, a skeptic who did not believe in the tales of the old. On the eve of the first autumn wind, he stepped out into the darkness, his heart filled with defiance and curiosity. He waited for the whistling shadows, for the haunting melody that was said to be their call. And then, he heard it. The melody was eerie, yet strangely captivating. It was a song of sorrow and despair, a song that echoed through the silent streets, filling the air with an indescribable sense of dread. Arthur followed the sound, drawn towards it like a moth to a flame. He walked through the deserted streets, his footsteps echoing in the silence, his heart pounding in his chest. And then he saw them, the whistling shadows. They were formless, ethereal, their shapes flickering in the darkness like flames. They whistled their haunting melody, their song weaving a web of fear and fascination around Arthur. He stood there, unable to move, unable to tear his gaze away from the mesmerizing spectacle. Then, the whistling shadows turned towards him. Their eerie melody grew louder, more insistent. Arthur felt a cold dread seeping into his bones, a primal fear that gripped his heart. But it was too late to turn back. The whistling shadows were upon him. What happened next? No one knows. The next morning, Arthur was found unconscious on the street, his body cold, his eyes wide with terror. He spoke no word, answered no question. He simply stared into the distance, his eyes haunted by an unseen horror. The tale of the whistling shadows remains a mystery, a chilling reminder of the power of the unknown. What are they? Where do they come from? What is their purpose? These questions remain unanswered, the answers lost in the mists of time. But remember, when the first winds of autumn brush through your town, when the whistling shadows begin their eerie song, lock your doors, draw your curtains, and wait for the night to pass. For the whistling shadows are not of this world, and who knows what fate befalls those who dare to challenge them. What became of Arthur, you ask? Well, that is a tale for another time, a tale filled with more questions than answers, a tale that may leave you questioning your own reality. But for now, let the story of the whistling shadows linger in your mind, let it chill your bones, let it remind you of the power of the unknown. And remember, when the shadows whistle, hide.